Good morning. This is a quick update on a few things that I've learned in the last few weeks and a few things that have piqued my interest with people on YouTube. So firstly, let's go with the intro video that I've done to this. You might be wondering, what's that all about? Well, this is just me demonstrating a few things that I've learned in the past few weeks or so, a few days. So firstly, you'll notice the use of transitions. There's a lot of transitions that I've used here, and they're common transitions. You see them all over YouTube. Now, there's no point me trying to put a tutorial online now and show you guys because I'm gonna fail at that. That's obvious. So what I've done is I've put in the link description below the two guys that I followed. One of them's called Justin Odisho and Holland. Boom. They go into great detail on exactly how you wanna be tweaking things or changing things. Even Holland, I think he just gives you some presets you can just slap straight onto your sequence if you're not into going into detail on things, which is great. There's a few transitions there. There's a zoom transition, there's a swiping transition, and then I think there's a rotating transition in there. And I feel like using these gives it a bit more character and a bit more flow to the sequence rather than just having standard fade-ins, fade-outs. So that's one thing I've learned. Another big thing I've learned is in terms of cinematography. Now, that's the way that things are filmed. Now, normally I'd just go out and, because I've come from a photography background, I'll go out and I'll take a picture. All I'm ever capturing is that one sequence, and I'm not really capturing anything else that's involved, if that makes sense. For example, let me give you an example. So what I did personally, I got to the location and I said to myself, well, how can I convey this environment to you guys, to the viewers? How can I show you where I am without revealing the whole picture straight away? So I decided to start from the ground up, literally. So the first couple of shots, you'll notice it's on the ground. It's going through the grass, sweeping forward, and then it's on my wife's feet, walking forwards, and then eventually it goes up, and you can see the back of my wife, then a profile, and then it goes to the environment. You can see the trees, and then suddenly it goes boom to the top of the trees, and you can see a shot from my viewpoint looking up at the trees. So everything I shot was from my viewpoint, apart from the grass one. It's a bit low, unless I'm crawling on the floor, but yeah. Instead of just going there, shooting the environment, and then having people run around in the environment, I thought, let me try and convey the environment more so by filming from the ground up, showing the smaller things, the micro things that are inside the shots before I reveal the big shot. And then obviously put the wife in the shot to make it more dramatic and emotional. And I feel that I've learned this technique by watching a few YouTubers, but one that really stood out recently is a guy called Christian Mate Grab, and I'll put his link in the description. He does some great cinematography. His filming techniques are real cool, and he's only been on YouTube for a short time, so be sure to go and check him out and follow. If you're in the need for inspiration or anything like that, go and follow him, watch his videos, and I guarantee you'll be heading outside next week or so to film. So yeah, another thing that I've tried to incorporate as well is you'll notice I've put my own music in the background. So I've got a piano playing. A lot of people put their music in the background and mute the actual track of the video. Now what I tried to do is just bring back some of the audio. Like you'll notice the opening sequence, the very first scene, is literally just the environment sound, which I felt set the mood. And you know, it gives a bit of an emotion to the video rather than just being silent, title, music, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, then I went in, and if you notice, if you listen closely, there's always sound effects in there. You'll hear the birds chirping, you'll hear the trees rustling, and I felt like this gave a different element and a deeper meaning to the video. And I hope that came across as well, because I did mute it out at one point and I played it through and it just felt so normal and emotionless, and you see so many videos on YouTube like that and it just didn't come across as cinematic in any way. So just adding a little bit of the environment you already recorded on your camera gives it such a great feel. It's just a quick one today. So as an overview, to try and be more creative, use some crazy transitions. Also, if you want to try and set more of a mood or a cinematic tone, then literally don't be scared to start from the ground up. For example, if you're going out and you're filming a car scene, instead of just having the car from a blurry distance come in to focus, how about you start from like the tires, and then suddenly like the trim or the exhaust smoke, then the lights, the windows. You get it, like build up before you reveal the big shot, and that's something that I've learned recently. Also, just adding audio back into the tracks. Don't just slap a soundtrack over it. Try and mix in a little bit of natural audio with the soundtrack, and you'll get so much more of a an atmospheric and an emotional meaning to the video. So yeah, those are a few things that I've learned in the last few weeks, and I'm going away today to film some more things. So I'm going to incorporate even more things that I've learned. And I hope what I've learned has helped you in any way, or it can help you in any way. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and follow me for our next adventure.